Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. So, a lot of times when people want to come here on an entrepreneur or investment type visa, they try the E2, okay? And the E2 is a great visa. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great visa. It's a lot less than, the one for the green card. In fact, I've done a lot of E2s for just around, an investment of between 50 and 100,000 US dollars, which that by itself encourages people to come and they can start their own business and they can buy businesses already in operation. However, the E2 is only applicable to certain countries. The first requirement of the E2 is that the person has to have be a citizen or a national of a country where they have a treaty with the United States. And if there is no such treaty, they're not coming on an E2. Say, for example, let's just pick India and Pakistan. Okay, India has no treaty with the U.S. So as much as people there, are good entrepreneurs and want to come here and start their own business, they can't come on an E2. But if you happen to be next door in Pakistan and you want to do the exact same thing, you're more than welcome to come on an E2. So the IEP, the International Entrepreneur Parole Program, is filling a gap between those people who are unable to get the E2 and those that don't have enough money for the EB5. Now, keep in mind the EB5 is where people actually invest. It's similar to the E2, except it has a lot more requirements and it requires a $1.8 million investment. So there's been a big gap between those people who, more or less have enough money to do an E2, but not an EB5, and they don't come from countries that allow E2s, so they're stuck. They have, great ideas to come here and do their business, but they can't. So there has been a new program, and by new, I mean it was originally done when Obama was president, and then it was shelved when Trump was president, and now it's been put back on the table since Biden is president. And it's more or less a new program where for people who have sufficient money can come here on the IEP, and they can come here for a period of 5 years to develop their business, and then they can extend the IEP for another 5 years. Now, what are the basic requirements? Well, the interesting thing about this is you can have U.S. investors with this. With the E2 and EB5, it all has to be how one can, properly invest in the United States with their own money. But here, with the IEP, the investor only needs to invest 10%. Okay, that's 10%. Now, 10% of what, you ask? Well, there needs to be a showing that there is a $250,000 investment, more or less, in the particular business, which means that the investor, let's just again say the person from India, needs to have 25,000 US dollars, and there needs to be other investments. It's actually a requirement. They can't invest the whole thing even if they want to. So there needs to be other investors for the other 225,000. Then they can come here and they can start their business and or continue a business that's already in operation. And it does have to be a relatively new business. It can't be one that's already been here for a very long time. Now, the IEP is great because it allows the spouse and the children to come in as derivatives, and it allows the spouse to work, although not the derivatives, being the children. And so what I would do if you're interested in the IEP, go ahead and give my office a call. I'll give you some more specifics, let you know more if you qualify and so forth. But really, it is a great program that gets the niche of people who don't qualify for the E2 because they don't come from those countries and they don't have enough money to do the EB5. Okay? So more on the coming videos. If you like it, click like and subscribe. Okay.